As the sun rose over the horizon, Emily sat in her small apartment staring at the blank page in front of her. She had always wanted to be a writer, but fear and self-doubt had held her back. What if I'm not good enough? She thought to herself. One day, Emily met a wise old man named George who had been a successful writer for many years. He took her under his wing and encouraged her to pursue her dreams. "The only thing standing between you and success is fear," he said. Emily took George's words to heart and decided to take a chance on herself. She quit her dead-end job and dedicated herself to writing full-time. Just when things were starting to look up, Emily hit a roadblock.
Kindly like and subscribe.
She had a severe case of writer's block and couldn't seem to get any words on paper. George saw the frustration on Emily's face and gave her some much-needed encouragement. "Just write something, anything. The rest will come," he said. Emily took George's advice and started writing without worrying about the quality of her work. Before she knew it, the words started flowing, and she had a breakthrough. As Emily wrote, doubt crept back in. "What if nobody likes what I write?" she asked George. George reminded Emily that not everyone would like her work, but that didn't mean it wasn't good. "Your job as a writer is to tell your story, not to please everyone," he said. Emily finished her first book and sent it to a publisher. When it came back with numerous edits and critiques, she felt discouraged. George reminded Emily that every writer goes through the revision process. "Don't give up now. This is just the beginning," he said. After months of revisions, Emily's book was finally published. She felt a sense of pride and accomplishment like never before. Emily's book became a bestseller, and she became a celebrity overnight. She was invited to book signings, talk shows, and conferences. With fame came responsibility, and Emily struggled to keep up with the demands of her new life. She felt overwhelmed and lost. George saw the stress Emily was under and encouraged her to hire a personal assistant. "You don't have to do everything alone," he said. As Emily's life became more hectic, George reminded her to keep things in perspective. "Remember why you started writing in the first place. Don't let success change who you are," he said. Emily's success inspired others to pursue their dreams, and she became a source of inspiration for aspiring writers everywhere. Just when things were going well, Emily faced a new challenge. Her second book wasn't coming together as easily as the first. George encouraged Emily to try something new, to break out of her comfort zone and try a new genre or writing style. Emily took George's advice and started experimenting with different writing styles. It was scary, but also exciting, and she felt herself growing as a writer. Emily's second book was a success, and it received rave reviews from readers and critics alike. Emily was ecstatic and knew that she had made the right choice by taking a chance on herself and pursuing her passion. As Emily looked back on her journey, she realized that the power of choice had been the driving force behind her success. She had chosen to overcome her fears, to seek out a mentor, to dedicate herself to her writing, to persevere through obstacles, and to embrace new challenges. Each choice had led her one step closer to her dreams. Emily knew that the power of choice wasn't just limited to her writing career. It applied to every aspect of her life. She could choose to be happy, to be kind, to be resilient, to be brave, to be a good friend, and to be a positive influence on the world. She knew that each choice would shape her life and her future. Just when Emily thought she had everything under control, life threw her a curveball. Her personal life was hit with a setback that shook her to her core. She didn't know how to move forward. Emily turned to George for support, and he reminded her that she had the power to choose how she responded to the situation. She could let it defeat her, or she could use it as an opportunity to grow and become stronger. Emily decided to accept the setback and use it as a catalyst for change. She knew that it wouldn't be easy, but she was determined to come out the other side a better person. As Emily worked through her personal struggles, she became more grateful for the people in her life who had supported her along the way. George, her family, and her friends had all played a role in her success, and she knew that she wouldn't be where she was today without them. As Emily grew, she also learned the power of forgiveness. She forgave those who had wronged her, and she forgave herself for the mistakes she had made. She knew that holding onto anger and resentment would only hold her back. Through her struggles, Emily grew as a person. She became more empathetic, more resilient, and more determined than ever before. She knew that life would always have its ups and downs, but she was ready to face whatever came her way. Emily knew that her legacy wouldn't be defined by her success as a writer, but by the impact she had on those around her. She wanted to be remembered as someone who inspired others to pursue their dreams and to live their lives to the fullest. As Emily looked out over the horizon, she knew that her journey was far from over. There would be new challenges, new opportunities, and new choices to make. But she was ready. She had the power of choice on her side, and she knew that it would guide her every step of the way.
Kindly like and subscribe.